Bajiquan.Online. Learn Bajiquan systematically. This video answers the following questions about Pigua Quan and Bajiquan. Are Pigua Quan and Bajiquan related? And do they share the same origin? What is the history of Pigua Quan? Do you have to learn both Pigua Quan and Bajiquan? Hello everyone. To answer the first question, Pigua Quan and Bajiquan are two different Chinese martial arts systems. Each has its own origin, founder, and history. There's a proverb in China: Pigua combined with Baji scares even ghosts and gods, or something similar, which makes people think they are in some way related or came from the same origin or should be practiced together. After watching this video, you will be able to better understand their relationships. Now, let me start from Pigua Quan. The name of this style comes from two typical moves, Pi and Gua. Pi is a chopping move, and the Gua is a deflecting move. Many people say Pigua Quan dates to Ming Dynasty because in Ming General Qi Jiguang's Ji Xiao Xin Shu, he mentioned the chopping and horizontal punches, how swift they are. However, the original words he used were PP, not Pigua. And if we go back to the earlier part of the paragraph, he began with, in practicing fists, the body moves should be agile and flexible. So he was talking about the general martial arts requirements, not Pigua Quan in particular. In preparing this talk, I did further research and hoped I could find concrete evidence that Pigua Quan indeed came from the Ming Dynasty, and found two other interesting military books of that period. You know what? The first mention of the word Pigua was in a book called Wu Bian by another Ming general, Tang Shunzhi. In this book, he briefly discussed some Wen family fist moves, in which there was a move called Wind and Thunder Twist Cannon Pigua Hand. It's a mouthful name for sure, as it's the name of only one move of Wen family fist. We can't use this as evidence to prove Pigua Quan came from Wen family fist either. During my research, I found the word Pigua Quan first appeared in a book called Jiangnan Jinglue by Zheng Ruozheng, but it was called Sun family Pigua Quan at the time. He also mentioned the Wen family fist as Wen family Gou Gua Quan. Gou means a hook. It seems that the Wen family fist also had some moves similar to Pigua. Still remember the Pigua hand from Wen family fist mentioned earlier? This book also recorded that Sun family Pigua Quan had 4 routines, and today Pigua Quan has 5 routines. So it is highly likely that today's Pigua Quan evolved from the original Sun family Pigua Quan. Then, after a couple hundred years, in 1775, Pigua Quan appeared again in a village called Dazuocun in Yanshan County of Hebei Province. According to Pigua Quanpu, by the way, a Quanpu is a guidebook of any school of Chinese martial arts that records its history, important routines, theories, and so on. According to Pigua Quanpu, a traveling Taoist monk surnamed Han met Zuo Baomei in the village and taught him Pigua Quan. And Zuo Baomei became the first generation of Yanshan Pigua lineage. Pigua Quan has another lineage passed down from Guo Dafa in Nanpi County. We have very little information about Guo Dafa, but we do know the two lineages have different routines. For example, the Yanshan lineage has slow routine Pigua and Qinglong fist, while the Nanpi lineage has fast routine Pigua, Gua Quan, and Pao Chui. In Yanshan lineage, Zuo Baomei passed it down to Pan Wenxue, to Xiao Hecheng, to Huang Linbiao, to Ma Fengtu, and Ma Yingtu. In Nanpi lineage, Guo Dafa passed it down to Zhao Shikui, to Guo Changsheng. In 1928, Guo Changsheng and Ma Yingtu had the opportunity to teach at the Central Guoshu Institute, and both styles of Pigua came together again. Yanshan and Nanpi Pigua are still being practiced today in both areas. Pigua Quan is the typical long fist style, which stresses quick moves, and extending the limbs to strike far and wide. For this reason, Pigua requires its practitioners to have a good body flexibility and agility. Its foundation and body conditioning requirements are different from Bajiquan. As I have briefly introduced in my tutorial lesson 1, Bajiquan's full name is Kaimen Bajiquan. Kaimen means to open the gate or breaking through the defense. It was formed in Qing dynasty by Wu Zhong, who was a Muslim from Houzhuangke village in current Shandong province. According to Bajiquan, Wu Zhong learned his skills from a traveling martial artist called Lai. Some Quanpu said Lai's name was Lai Kuiyuan, but we have no concrete evidence. After he formed Bajiquan, Wu Zhong started teaching his daughter Wu Rong and other students in Mengcun of Hebei province. Later, it was spread to neighboring areas such as Luotuan, Zilaitun, Dayaozhuang in Mengcun area, and Houwangzhuang in Yanshan County, and so on. By the way, Master Li Shuwen is from Yanshan County. Bajiquan is a typical close combat style. Its strategy is to find the weak point of defense, break that defense, and ram in to get close to the opponent and strike using body weight and inertia. So it is often said striking your opponent as if you are kissing him. If Pigua Quan strikes before you get close, in a split of a second, Bajiquan waits until you do get close. Actually, in Bajiquan, we like you to charge or strike or kick as hard as possible so we can get in and use both parties' body weight and inertia against you. For this reason, because of the different strategies adopted in these two styles, we stress different training methods. Since Pigua is long range and Baji is close combat, isn't it the best to train in both systems? Ideally, yes, but in practice, very few people have the energy and resources to do so. Again, I want to stress, we are talking about training in the two systems, not learning a routine or two of the other system. Further, being a short or long-range style doesn't mean it doesn't have long or short-range strikes. In Bajiquan, for example, the move 撤步砸 is typical long-range. 撑锤, 砸跪膝 are both short and long-range moves. In Piguaquan, I heard that 炮锤 routine is short-range. So the long and short-range in any style is relative. So for this reason, if you practice Bajiquan and like Pigua, you can learn a Pigua routine instead of the whole system. Remember, a complete system requires many years of dedicated training. Unless you wish to spend all these years to truly master both, and you are able to find two qualified masters to teach you complete systems, maybe you would consider focusing on one instead. There are many Bajiquan or Piguaquan practitioners who can perform a routine from the other style, but when you compare their performance against a person specialized in that style, you immediately see the difference. There are many martial arts schools that teach different styles to students, as if all Chinese martial arts styles are like dishes on a menu. I think most likely what they teach are just some routines, not complete systems. Okay, today's talk is a little long, but I hope it's worth your time. See you in the next episode.